Yep.
But we're here again. We're back again. We're all happy to be here. Nobody's forced, not this time.
Horror nerd.
Speak for yourself.
You know.
My lady said you got to go put on your new shirt. You bought it for the stream.
See? She's a smart woman.
That's aggressive.
Women are aggressive. Very aggressive. But you know it's not aggressive? This introduction. Happy birthday to my brother Christian. I hope you had a great day. I hope you have an even better night. What's good, Sturdy Slashers? Welcome to episode 596 of Horror Research 30. Listen, I'm going to ask you guys this. Is Dracula as evil or as mean as he seems? Or is he just misunderstood and brokenhearted? But get the garlic out while we chomp away at 2025's Dracula, A Love Tale. Released in France, July 30th, 2025. We just got it this year, February 6th, 2026. Directed and written by Luc Besson, starring Caleb Landry as Dracula, Christopher Waltz as the priest, and Zoe Bayou as Mina. Here's the funny thing, Slashers. Here's the funny thing. 2 romantic horror films in a row. Last week, we got a horror comedy. This week, not as funny. Sturdy Slashers, my question to you, all of you out there is, what would you do if you're in Dracula's shoes? Think about that. You lost your love, and you're looking for your love for centuries. Centuries. Let that marinate while we slice and dice this film. And as always, welcome to the madness.
Missed that. I see you missed doing that.
I do.
You look so excited for doing it again.
Because it's like, it's been so damn long. Excuse me. It's been so damn long that I've done it like consistently. Shit, I used to do it for both. We used to do it for both shows. A lot of times I do it for the other show, and then me and Gamer would do them, which I'm going to get back to that over there too, because it's just so much freaking fun. It's so much freaking fun. I feel like it kind of sets a good tone to get the show rolling. Yeah. Hopefully for the listeners and the watchers, it gets them kind of excited too. But I just love doing it, and it's giving me that kind of adrenaline back to want to jump back into my shorts at some point soon, which I have a lot of scripts written up for, you know, some reviews and shit that I did, so I wouldn't forget about them. But that's how we're here tonight. Tonight we are here.
Before we break it down, before we break Dracula down, I got a question for you guys. I don't know how much you guys know about Dracula, but Netflix has an animated version, Castlevania. This Dracula right here reminds me of Castlevania's Dracula.
I've never seen that.
You watch Revenge for them killing his wife.
Okay, nice.
That's
interesting. I'll have to check that out.
It's probably gonna be a skip for me, dog.
Really?
Castlevania?
Castlevania is pretty cool. It's not bad.
A skip for me, dog.
You're
not a vampire fan, or you're just not into like anime or anything like that?
When we get like deeper to the ratings, I'll break down my opinion. I like vampires.
Oh, he means Dracula.
Oh, okay, I got you. I see what you're going with this.
We'll see though. Yeah. So let's dive into ratings, right? Just ratings, no reasons, and then we'll get into the reasons, all that good stuff right after. But James, what do you got for us?
6.5 right now. I'm debating back and forth.
6.5.
Yeah.
What you, Gamer?
Excuse me, Gamer. Right there with him, 6.5 or a 7 for just a few reasons.
7.
I'll go 6.5.
Okay. Johnny?
I'll break a lot of hearts. 2.
Damn.
I'm gonna give it an even 7. But shit, let's start with the lowest score.
Yeah,
work our way up.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I am not a fan of romantic.
Actually, real quick, I'll say this. let's because I know Johnny gonna have a lot of negative. Get your negatives out, and then we'll just go around the table. Everybody get their negatives out, and then we'll get our positives out right after.
Yeah.
Boom. Go ahead.
So I'm not a fan of romantic Dracula. I am a fan of the novelization of Dracula. I've been a fan of the character since Van Helsing in 2004. That's why I started doing like a deep dive on it. And the novelization of Dracula, he's more feral. He's more creature-like. He's kind of like he's more of a rat-faced creature of the night predator. He like has hairy hands and taloned fingers. Like he's just grotesque. If you've ever seen the movie Nosferatu, the new one, he looks like that. That's the Dracula that I actually prefer. They went the romance direction in the 70s when Frank Langella did the 1979 remake of the original Dracula movie, and because it was too scary, they decided they were going to add some romance. So that's when they started adding the lore about him getting revenge for his wife, his dead wife, reincarnation, and then all of a sudden they make like Harker. They make Harker into a cuckold, basically, where Dracula is Mr. Steal Your Girl, and they really just change him from predator to seducer, and that's not what I like. If I could just give you some little bit of lore about Dracula and his creation, Bram Stoker, the creator of Dracula, he did base him on Vlad the Impaler, but he also based him on this actor that he was beefing with back in the day, named Henry Irving. And Henry was like very invasive, demanding. He was like making Bram very depressed. He was overbearing. The Bram Stoker even called this guy a soul sucker. Like this guy was the worst of the worst. And so that's who the Dracula was really based off of. He wasn't really like this suave guy. He was more like a invasive predator. And so I'm just not really a fan of when they go romantic with Dracula and then all of a sudden he becomes a tragic, romantic, sympathetic character. That's just not what I jam with. The Draculas I like, ironically enough, and I bring up Marvel all the time, but Blade, his first introduction was in a comic book called Tomb of Dracula, right? Tomb of Dracula is more faithful to the actual Dracula character. So like the Marvel's version of Dracula, the Dracula that you've seen in Nosferatu, they call him Count Orlok there, and the Dracula you've seen in Van Helsing, because he wasn't all loving and romantic, you know, he was a monster. Sometimes just let a monster be a monster. And so my biggest gripe with this movie is the fact that he was just so forlorn and just so hung up on his dead wife. And it took a long time before this horror movie became a horror movie. And it was a romance. And like, honestly, I didn't need the 5 minutes of him making love to his wife in the beginning of the movie, right? Just do a kiss. I didn't get to see all that shit. And so, yeah, so it wasn't less of the scares for me, and it was more so the romance, and that's just is a turn off. And I hate when they do Dracula like that. I just really do.
Okay.
All right.
Want me to go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So negatives. I partially agree with Johnny. The romantic, I can deal with them, but I don't hate them. I prefer the horror vampire Dracula. The creator of all vampires, you know, the old one. I love the original Dracula, Bram Stoker's. I like, you know, I'm in a lot of vampire movies, and I love it when Dracula's in them, you know, like, because he's basically the king of the vampires. But another part I hate about this is because of the love story. It took forever before he started wrecking people.
Yes.
Like, you're seeing him going through the centuries, walking through towns, looking, is that you? Nope, it's not her. I'm like, okay. Oh, and by the way, I don't know in real life, but in this movie, the dude who plays Dracula is an ugly motherfucker. I'm going to tell you what he looks like. He looks like a drowned body in a river. Someone just pulled him out.
Damn. I hope Caleb Landry Jones isn't watching this. You know,
I'm sorry. He might be a good-looking guy, but in this movie, he looks bloated, like he's swollen up, like a bee stung him in the face. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, damn, they got this guy. This guy's ugly as fuck.
You're going to make him cry. Shit.
I was thinking more of, just because you're speaking of his looks, the dude from Shrek. I can't think of his name.
Mike Myers?
No.
The
little guy, what's his name?
You say Lord Farquaad? Oh, my God.
Farquaad.
Yeah. Yes, on, that's him in real life. At least in this movie. At least, especially when he had the black hair with that the hair, the way he had his hair cut, all kind of makes his head look more boxy, kind of. Yeah. But
so James, you couldn't tell the difference when he was a corpse and a human?
No, I couldn't. I'm like, oh shit, Dracula came out of the river.
He's like, when is he gonna be young? This is like 2 hours into it.
Give him CPR. Yeah, that's what bothered me about it.
Okay, what about you, Gamer? You got some negatives for it?
Not so much exactly the same as you guys. It's actually a little bit of the opposite with one of the complaints you guys had about this version of it's romanticized and this version of Dracula. that I have as a pro. But the only other thing that I really have as a con on this was I really felt like that like second, third act was really just fucking rushed. Because they built so much and they started to, and they paced it so slow at the beginning that once it got to that point and it started speeding up and it just literally kept ramping up until like the last conversation. It was like, nope. There's so many missed opportunities here. There's so many things that we could drag out a little bit longer. We could have had more of the changeover with the chick. We could have had more of the situation with the boyfriend, or more of the interaction of them figuring out or how or where the fuck he is or where they took her. But it just kind of happened really, really fast. And then the events within each one of those little pieces of plot happened very quickly and was almost like a blink and you miss them type deal. So that's why I'm kind of like at that 6.5. If it wasn't rushed, this probably for me would have been an 8.5.
Okay.
Nice. For me, one second. For me, I am with you guys with James and Johnny with the romantic part of it, but it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would, honestly. I think because
of Frankenstein.
Because the storytelling was so well with it that it didn't bother me too much, and I feel like it was the build-up. I feel was worth the second and third act. I do agree with Gamer to where they could have probably made this movie another half hour longer and kind of played that part out a little better and a little slower. The second and third acts.
I think they could have just cut. They could have just cut out some of the fucking dragging along scenes of the centuries. You see him walking around in crowds and shit. He's not even killing nobody. He's not even doing nothing.
Yeah, I probably would have shortened the first quarter of it just a little bit and then elongated the tail end of it so we get a little more of that meat on the plate. You know what I mean?
I would have done away with the prologue, with the whole him and his wife making love for 5 minutes and him going to war on that. I would probably try to, you could keep the prologue, but what I'll do is you probably just break it up and put it throughout the movie as flashbacks. You know where I would have started it? I would have started it at when he had Harker chained up to the chair and he was telling his story. That's actually where I would have started the actual movie.
Yep.
That would make sense.
And then had the flashbacks of the priest and shit, coming in and all that. Man, exactly. They fucked up even on the edit.
Damn, that right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have made it way better.
Like, I'm not gonna lower my rating because of that, because I do think this was still a really good movie. But I feel like that could have definitely made it a better movie. Because if you start there, you're like drawn in, like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on?
Yep.
And you can still tell the same story, but start there.
Yep.
Yeah, how he fell in love.
Especially
I think.
The movie
Why you do it before the storytelling?
Dracula as Dracula right off the rip, all old and grotesque, and he's talking, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Why is he like playing with his food? What is he telling his life story about? Now you want to sit here and watch all of that bullshit that they gave us.
Exactly. So like for people like me who prefer the monster more so than the romantic, that would serve us. That would probably hook us in better. And then maybe our investment towards his love story may have been stronger.
Possibly. And I say that because with Frankenstein. Frankenstein. The way that one, the newer one.
Yeah.
The way that one started, how it was, they put the romance in there, but they put the violent. It started off with him fighting the dude at that ship. So it started off with something that's really going to grab your attention, and the cinematography for that scene was immaculate. But then you go from that to the action to his story and the romance, and you just pick up a lot of things. You kind of figure out how he learns how to be who he is.
Exactly.
They've done Dracula so many. Well, I guess you could say the same about Frankenstein. They've done them both so many times, so I guess they just figure people know the story. This, that, and the third. But I do feel just because he told his story, like him chained to the chair. They could have, like you said, they could have started from there. And then went into everything else.
What bothers me, because the story of Dracula, really quick, story of Dracula, like even the Castlevania animated series, when his wife died, he flipped out. This one's all calm, walking among the humans like no big deal. No, he wants to kill all humans.
And a lot of that is And a lot of that is added to the Dracula lore. That was added from when I mentioned when I was doing the breakdown. That was added from the Frank Langella movie. Like Dracula before then, he didn't have a wife. He was just a monster out there. He was just trying to get his. He's just trying to survive. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and y'all gonna laugh at this, but Dracula was more like he was more of a hoe than a married man in the books. So
pass his seat along toward everybody at vampires. Oh, and real quick,
I got one more.
Stan Helsing. Did you watch Stan Helsing?
I like Stan Helsing. I like
Stan Helsing is funny. Yeah. That's very funny.
Yeah.
I got one more con for this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go.
Put my score down. Put my score down to a 6.
To a 6?
Yeah, because although I have a con for the romanticize, I also have a con for the romanticize. Or a pro for the romanticize. I also have a con for romanticize. What the fuck? They made this motherfucker go on Temu and buy pheromone cologne to be able to dress women?
Yes, fact. Okay, 6. Drop mine to the 6. That's right. I forgot about that. Fuck that part.
He was only getting women
had powers
because of a fucking cologne?
Yep.
He went on Temu?
He couldn't.
It took them centuries to create this scent.
Yeah, because James is right. He's such an ugly motherfucker. He needed Temu.
Yeah.
Temu, Blue Chew, all of it.
You gonna get up off my man's, man. He's at least a 5, dog. He's at least a 5.
He smells like a fucking
swamp. Which is why he needs a pheromone. You know what I'm saying?
He's water bloated.
You act like he's a negative 1.
Us in the 7 and up range. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, he's dead, right? He's gonna have a smell. That perfume's not gonna help nothing.
You know what though? You know who's my favorite cinematic Dracula? It's Remick from Sinners, because Remick is book Dracula essentially.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
So Remick from Sinners is actually
a Dracula.
My favorite Dracula.
You know? I thought he played more of like he was bitten and he's just came up in this country.
Well, yeah, he's not the Dracula, but his characteristics are the same as
all right,
novel Dracula.
At least he had the music to hypnotize and trance people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I bumped it down to a 6.5 because of what you guys just said from a 7, because that is that like he was more like because he in every other aspect of Dracula where you're using the romanticized part of him or the horror part of him, whatever you want to call it, he was very romantic and he was very like suave or whatever. He had bars though. He knew what to say. He didn't have to spray. He didn't have to use Bill Cosby spray to get a woman.
He goes up to him and he goes,
"That's true."
Yeah, suck my cock.
I don't know if he does that.
That's his pickup line. That's his pickup line. I heard
it. Well, I would say that this Dracula right here, though, he definitely would go to a Diddy party. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, facts.
This Dracula in particular.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's why he's bloated. He was at the Diddy party for too long.
Wow.
Wow.
He's full of baby oil.
But I will say, that I mean y'all beating up on my guy, and I'm beating up on him a little bit too.
I gotta look him up and see what he really looks.
But I thought Caleb Landry Jones.
Caleb, okay, hold on.
I thought he was good in this role. I'm not saying this performance was bad. I just didn't like how he was written. You know what I mean? And I would get why like women of that time would find him attractive, because people back then, they were not conventionally attractive back then. So he was attractive for the time.
Yeah, but the thing is she was attractive for that time and this time.
Yeah, that was.
She was timeless.
Okay. Is that him?
Yeah, that's Caleb Landry Jones. That's him right there.
Yeah, he's an ugly fuck.
There you go.
Oh.
But 200 years ago, hottest man on the planet. 200 years ago.
Where is he from?
He's from Texas.
Okay, maybe in Texas.
Yeah. And the reason why I know that is I did a deep Wikipedia dive on him because I recognized him. He was the brother in Get Out, and he was also in X-Men First Class.
I still haven't fully seen Oh, no, I did see Get Out. It was Nope I haven't seen yet.
It was Nope, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, he was the brother in Get Out.
Is Nope the alien one?
Is that the one they're looking up? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think it's overrated.
I thought it was pretty good. hang on, don't listen to the white man. I thought it was pretty good. I think you'll enjoy it, especially the way you think, Chris.
Okay. I didn't like the hide and seek part where the girls just screaming.
James, don't spoil it for him.
Yeah, don't spoil it, James. But I think it's Peele's best directed movie, though. Not his best written. Get Out is still his best written, but I think
Get Out.
I'll watch it tonight.
My favorite is
Get Out was crazy.
He only made 3.
What's the other one? I can't think of it.
My
favorite is Us.
Yeah. Us was good. That's the one with the creature switched with the girl.
Yeah, the sewer people.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I like that. That's more like a changeling story because changelings will take and replace you.
Similar. Yes, back to Dracula.
But because I think that. I know we're gonna get to our pros soon, but I just gotta get this one more kind out about the role. I think by making Dracula romantic, that's what led to Twilight. Because we took away the terror and then we made them, misunderstood. And then all of a sudden
farting out rainbows.
I can't say that though, because there's been years and years and years of Dracula and then other lore of vampire that was romantic, and it wasn't that sparkly bullshit.
Underworld.
I don't mind Underworld. That's violent.
She fell in love with a Wolfman.
There was the romance, but you're right. You have to mix of both. You have to mix of both. I feel so with this. I feel like this is a great date movie. If your significant others into,
she watched it with me.
I'll say into romance and also into like that time period thing. Even if she's not into Dracula, the time period thing. But I feel like all women are into romance and vampires.
And perfect time. Watch this at night. You can relate, and 2 things can be sucking.
Break out your Timu spray, put it on.
I'll tell you the one romantic vampire that would win me over is if Marvel decides to make Blade romantic.
No way! Man. I'll fucking lose my mind.
They do that.
I mean,
would you count this vampire as romantic? Lestat
he needs to fall in love.
Queen of the Damned.
Oh yeah, Lestat. Yeah,
he was romantic type, right?
Yeah. But if they turn Blade romantic, that's when I'll get on board.
There's no way it wouldn't work. It'd be so dumb.
But this, like I said, the romance didn't really bother me in this. Of course, I wish there was more violence, but for whatever reason, surprisingly, in this vampire film of Dracula, it didn't bother me as much as it has in others.
Yeah,
I think because you know what it was too. What really locked me in was how they had the war in the beginning and how his love died right in front of his eyes. My question to you, though, was it his blade?
Was it his blade?
Because he throws his sword through the guy's back.
Oh yeah, he killed her
and stabs her in the stomach.
Oh he killed her. Yes.
Well,
so he should be mad at
baby girl shouldn't have been standing so close to him.
That's
true. Moved out the way.
She was stuck in a bear trap.
So her.
Oh
yeah, that's right. That's right. The bear trap.
Right.
She tried to get away from him.
She can still fall down though, right? Because when you're in the bear trap, you
maybe he shouldn't have thrown it so hard. Yeah. But that should go halfway and not all the way through the fucking guy.
It was just like.
And back then, those heavy ass fucking swords, you're not throwing that shit like a fucking shuriken.
He yeeted that shit.
He did that shit spinning perfectly.
I guess he was the top warrior who's the prince or whatever. That is some questionable shit though, because I'm like, you're not a vampire yet, so you don't have this immaculate strength yet.
I was worried for
his lady was on the line.
That's true too. That's like that mom strength where they somehow lift a car, but then can't lift a bag of groceries when you're when you're asleep.
I was worried for his soldiers in the beginning of the movie, though. The reason why I was worried for his soldiers, like he was so into like doing it with his wife, they kept on pulling him off. I thought he was gonna kill one of them.
Me too, but he didn't care. They're like, "Come on, Lord, come on, let's go." Listen.
Put it this way: when you're in that, listen,
what happened to them either.
When you're in that zone, you don't want to be bothered. Don't care. Look, listen, they ain't my fight. You niggas go fight that battle.
And by the way, that was a lot of fucking. They didn't have Viagra back then.
Now you don't need all that.
Yeah, it is like a whole day in the night.
Yeah, I know, right?
Here's the thing. He has some. Listen, they had something back then. They had some good drinks and all that good shit back then. But not even that. Like There's no way that I'm going to be going at it like that all day and all night. That's like, oh yeah, time to go to war. Like, yo, I'm exhausted. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way I'm going to war.
I'm like,
I was just battling all day and all night. I'm battling for like a week.
Can you invade my country like in another day? Just give me like 8 hours.
Give me 8 hours. Give me a few days. I gotta rest, recover, recuperate, rehydrate.
It's cool. They made him he went into the battlefield with his soldiers. Yeah, even though he was like a fucking lord or whatever the hell he could call him.
He had a little dragon helmet on too.
That dragon, Dracon, yeah. I like how they kept the dragon part.
Yeah,
because the Dracula is the dragon, like the symbol for the name, basically.
And see, we got some positive things to say about this movie.
No, that's so positive. Like my favorite positive part is when he fucked that priest up.
I hate that part. Because what the fuck the priest do? The priest is just being like,
no, you're right, but it was crazy how he uppercutted him with the sword and lifted him up in the air. Once again, not a vampire yet. Motherfucker's doing Mike Myers shit. Yeah. But the end, when he was cutting through everybody, it was like almost like a sword martial arts type shit going on. He was just slicing and dicing.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my favorite scenes going back to the war is when they're all on the hill with the fire behind them and their heads on the stick.
Yeah.
Oh, the impaler.
That was a sick shot.
Yeah.
That was because that's sending a fucking message to where just like, yo,
oh yeah,
this is how we. That was pretty much like, yo, this is how we get down.
Mm-hmm.
And they waved the life. They may have waved the light flag. They just didn't tell everybody.
Everybody
didn't know, unfortunately.
Castle. Like when he was at war, his fort or wherever the fuck it was. He every soldier he killed impaled. So when they come and they see all the fucking dead bodies on spears and shit, that's crazy.
That's
I guess I'm just.
You know what I mean? Really quick, just to tie it with another movie / game, even. Yes, you could say game. Is Goro's Lair with all the dead bodies and the bones and shit. That's what I was thinking of with that. Goro.
Mortal Kombat?
His lair.
Oh,
in the stage, yeah.
Goro's Lair, yeah.
Oh yeah, the pit, yeah.
The pit. That's what I meant. Just the bodies. That's what I just quick like.
Yeah,
not the exact,
exact
look of it, but I say that too because it was kind of the same times as far as like that kind of castle times or whatever you want to call it. Ancient, the visuals of it,
medieval.
There you go. Thank you.
I just felt so bad for Jonathan Harker, that guy who went there. He went to a real estate deal, and he went there, and then Dracula saw one picture, and he's like, "Mr. Steal Your Girl."
Yep, that's my wife.
He's way worse than Trey Songz.
So bad for her.
Yeah, and that brings up a great conversation. I'm actually glad you said that though, Johnny, because you go look at it from two perspectives. You go look at it from his perspective. What's his name again?
Harker.
So let's look at it from his perspective first, and let's look at it from Dracula's perspective after. So from his perspective, Dracula's he's terrible because it's like, yo, fucking, I know he could have killed him whenever he really wanted.
He based up straight out said, I'm taking your girl.
Yeah.
That's my wife.
Listen, I'm going to spare you your life and take your woman. Take the love of your life. Not only that, but someone you're supposed to marry tomorrow. And then he didn't use the whole bottle of potion, I guess, but he used a little bit of that spray on there to get her attention at least.
Yeah.
And just to have that alone, I'm just like, so then you cheated. Like you couldn't just use your words or use your own trap. You had to use some spray.
Exactly.
You couldn't. You know what I mean? And I would even accept it when what is it like when they get him like in a trance or whatever. When he gets him in a trance, when he's talking to them and looking at them in the eyes, I would have accepted that more so than perfume.
Yeah.
And well, you know what? I was gonna say maybe they didn't call it cologne back then. It was like perfume that he's wearing. You think he'd be giving it out to them, and maybe something would happen.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm not gonna argue over that because again, maybe in those times they just called all that good smelling spray perfume. I don't know, so I won't argue that.
But you left out because though he went there for a business deal. He thought he was still going on a come up.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy, he was like, he got tore up and we got physically tore up, emotionally tore up, mentally tore up, like to the point to where after Dracula's gone, because when you remember when he turns into the ash after he sacrifices himself for the girl. No, but you got. Did you see him look his wife and his fiance, which I'm gonna say in quotes now? Like
he looked at her. He was just broken because she was so sad over this person that I guess you could say she knew in her past, or I don't know because she had the flashbacks of it.
Yep.
So she knew in her past life or past lives because it was 400 years later. Or actually, no.
No, it's 400 years later. You got it.
Yeah, he was waiting for her to be reincarnated so he could find her.
It was 400 years. That's right. It was 400 years later, and for all that shit to happen, and then it's like, yo, I was happy as shit. Like, because I look at it like Dracula knows how homeboy felt. Like, exactly how I felt about her and love, about to be married, this, that, and the third, would do anything for her. And then you come and take all that away from me. And on top of that, you know how it feels to lose all of that.
Yep.
So it's like, fuck. You know what I mean? And
I would have been a little bit more defiant though, because he was just all the way broke. I would have been like a little defiant though. I just would have been like, oh shit, okay. I would have been like, bitch, what the fuck?
But at the same time though, you got to think of it though, because it's not like it's just some dude from up the street. It's a fucking vampire. Like, all jokes aside, there's
Dracula.
The vampire. There's nothing you could do. You've never even heard of that shit before.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like, and then it's like, oh shit, I don't believe this motherfucker. You've seen him fuck up a bunch of people.
That's true.
Easily. Like, by himself with gun, easily. So it's like, all right, man.
Yeah.
No matter how good of a fighter you are, you can't. There's nothing you can do. So it's just like,
I would have been like, relationship over though. I'm like, I would have said something after he turned.
Got it.
Well, I mean, if that's what you had to do, if that's what you had to do to feel like you saved face, I mean, go for it. Yeah. But it's like, that shit was over when Dracula met her.
Yeah,
that shit was over when Dracula came to her window and she didn't scream or nothing. That shit was over. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was already over because, again, he just did his thing with perfume this time, but if it wasn't the perfume, it would have been some sort of other charm or whatever way he would have did it.
That's true.
But yeah, so like, looking at it from his perspective, it's fucked up. I don't know if you guys have anything you could add on to it that you want to add on to it.
You know what's funny? And I guess I was gonna don't steal this idea because this is a great idea that I had. But it's basically, I kind of wrote a pitch for a movie called Philip, and it's about a human being who pulls that shit on Dracula on like one of his wives. And he steals his as revenge on Dracula because like Dracula doesn't remember that he pulled the shit on him. So as revenge, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna steal your bitch now. See how you feel. And that's the bitch where he steals Dracula's girl. It's called Philip.
Shit! This guy Johnny, man.
Because I'll be honest, like, yeah, it's Dracula, but I'm petty. So I'm like, I don't know. I want my get back. If that happened to me, I want my get back. I'm still at least. You got like 5 wives. I'm still at least one of them. One of them gonna go home with me.
Good luck.
Oh, another thing about his bloated ass body.
Oh goddamn.
So in the beginning, when he's fucking for 5 days in a row, he shouldn't be that fucking waterlogged. He should be dehydrated.
48 hours at least. It was 48 hours at least.
Motherfucker should have lost all that water weight.
It's Hollywood. It's 4.8
minutes. For a guy like him, though, like, he was surprisingly, but he's wiry. So I would say he's surprisingly yoked, but he's wiry. When you're skinny like that, you have muscles when you're skinny like that.
I mean, the acting was good. I'm not. He's a good actor. I'm just saying they made him look ugly as fuck in this.
Because we were talking about acting. I actually wanted to talk about Van Helsing in this one. They just called him the priest, but it's Van Helsing, and he's played by one of my favorite actors, Christoph Waltz. It was a pleasant surprise. He was also on Frankenstein. It was a pleasant surprise. There was a really good scene when he was talking Dracula down, though. Like, I know I gave this movie a 2, but it was a really good scene when he was talking him down, and Dracula just let him stake him like that.
That's another problem I had against this. Like, especially at the end. Yeah, they're like, hey, he's like, okay, you're right. I will save her for my love. Like, get the fuck out of it. Come on.
For the way they told this story, that part didn't bother me.
Didn't bother me at all.
Because the way they told this story, and actually I want to jump into looking at that same thing with that same perspective, but Dracula's perspective. We were talking about Jonathan, how he lost his wife to Dracula, and like how you would feel if you're Jonathan. So it's like now looking at it from Dracula's perspective to which I mean, we could just go back to the intro where I was saying how you lost your love, and I'm not talking about your real life love. Yeah. Take that out because you're vampires. Vampires ain't real. So you lost your love, and you're trying to find your love for fucking centuries.
Just by a theory, because she's so pure somehow that she's going to get reincarnated. He knew for a fact she's going to get reincarnated.
Again, you have to look at it like you're that in love to where you believe that, to where it's like, and you've been searching for 400 years. Even if you've been fucking for all, I'm sure you have. You've been fucking getting
nah.
Like he don't think he'll dropping loads.
He pretty much said it because when he was talking to the dude sitting in the chair, he was like, "And I've had my fun." I forgot what he said verbatim. He basically said, "I've had my fun." Now, I've had my fun over the years, or whatever.
Because us men, we lie. He was probably.
Nah, he had. Listen, you can't go 400 years and not get a few, out because you got it. That's not good. It's not healthy to hold in. 400 years would be very unhealthy to hold in.
I heard he only had sex with the women when they had their menstrual cycle.
Hey man, he's Dracula.
Wow. My thing is this with Dracula, right? For 400 years though, you ain't fall in love again in 400 years though.
True.
But again, it's not even falling in love. It's that one. Maybe it's just that one special, like once in a lifetime or once every X amount of lifetimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type of things. What's good, Chad? How's it going?
I was gonna say, Chad. That's why I made the face. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess that's taking it to a whole new level, saying, "Hey, I love you forever." You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's when they actually people say that, and they mean that, and they live by it. You know what I mean? Nowadays,
die by it and live by it again.
Go,
Because I guess you know what?
I love you.
You know what? I haven't. I must not have had that epic love before because I have fallen in love plenty of times after my first love. I've fallen in love plenty of times. I'm just saying.
I
Dracula,
get it.
You never fell in love again? Come on now.
Yeah. Well, unless he just picked up the prostitute, like bang them out and just fucking go.
Not even that. I mean, he could have did that too. A little bit.
He wasn't dating.
And maybe he did fall in love again, like I said, but maybe it wasn't that one that just felt like it was like. I mean, I've been around for X amount of years. He's probably been saying this every X amount of years. I've been around for, let's say, every 100 years. I've been around for 100 years now. I still haven't had that one love that I had in my first 47 or however old the fuck he was, 36 years.
Yeah. God damn it! I'm tired of closing my eyes and pretending it's her.
Yeah, I give you that too. Now imagine 400 years of that shit. It's like, oh, damn it.
So Dracula was never like, girl, when you tossed my salad, I knew.
Maybe he said that.
You were the one.
The only girl.
No, I mean, if they were doing that back then, I don't know what they were doing back then. But I mean, but seriously though, like for him to search all the centuries, then you finally found her, or you think you found her, or you found a version of her, and it's like just like that, to where it's to save her, to make her free, you have to sacrifice yourself.
You know what would have been better?
And here's the part that I'm just like, listen, I done bit her already. She's a vampire now. Nigga, I've been searching for 400 fucking years.
I ain't going nowhere.
I'm gonna enjoy at least some I'm gonna enjoy some time with her. We're gonna have a lifetime now. I'm gonna have my lifetime now, man, because I've been living in pain for fucking for 400 fucking years.
Over
400 years.
You know what I mean? Like, make a deal with the priest or something, or make a deal with God. Hey, when her life is over this time, I'm going to, or something.
Yeah.
Something.
You know what I mean?
But
not just fuck it. Hurry up before I change my mind.
You know what would have been a stronger ending though, like a stronger subversion of expectations. It's like he waited the 400 years, he finally found a reincarnation. He's gonna pull a Mr. Still Your Girl. Mm-hmm. But what about this? Instead of it working, what if it didn't work though? What if this version just moved on and she was really that right there? Job?
I was kind of expecting. I was almost expecting, especially like at first, how she kind of blew him off when she meets him at the party.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, Nah, he's gonna get her. He's
Yeah,
gonna
get her
one way or another. But that would have been a cool twist. That would have been really interesting because especially
Predator perfume.
Especially if he was like, I'm gonna let her live and I'm gonna let him live, and just kind of went about his way because it's like, I want her to be happy. I love her. I want her to be happy, and I don't want to. Even if he had the perfume thing, say if he was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna use it. If she comes back to me, I'll do the whole music box. That music box, though.
Yeah, that
music box.
That was it.
But again, for her to touch that music box, she has to be interested. For her to be interested, the way that it's portrayed. I'm not saying that he couldn't have talked to her and made her interested, but the way that was portrayed, or because he was just like, I'm gonna make this perfume and try to find her easier. So it's like if he never used that or didn't use it for her, on her,
it would have took longer. He'll start getting impatient.
But yeah, I'm saying though, like, what if he pulled all those stops, the music box, the perfume, all that, but she still chose Jonathan in the end. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm thankful to have my memories, but that we had our time. Now
this is my we had our time. Now this is
Jonathan saved her. Well, not really. The priest saved her.
Yeah,
and
I just think that would be.
She's not going back with Jonathan. She still has the memory. She's still in love with Dracula, crying right there at the bed. That's why he turned around and walked away.
Go the way Johnny was just saying.
I still think it would be more poetic, though.
Yeah, go the way Johnny was just saying, and then have her be resentful and mad at Dracula since he's the one who actually killed her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
like she remembered it differently. Yeah. You didn't need to.
Not even she remembers it differently, but to where like it's playing up, but you see it from her perspective, to where she's like rating the dude, maybe not rating the dude's face, but where. When the knife goes through, she looks down, or when the blade goes through, she looks down and sees his sword go down. And maybe there's something, just to throw something out there, so she knows it's his sword. Just to throw something out there. Maybe there's something you see on the sword at the end of the sword in the beginning of the movie. And they showed it a couple of times. Something that she liked, and when she seen that, she knew it was him. She knew it was his, and that's why she resents him later on. What?
There was only one sword. She knew it was his sword. It went through the guy. He killed the guy. The guy's not going to kill himself.
No, but she because maybe she thought the guy could have still stabbed her with something.
Yeah.
But say she somehow seen something where she knew it was his sword, and then and that's why she's like, we had our time together, and this, that, and the third. Maybe when she seen that one part, she just was just like, you know what? No, I'm gonna give this a chance now. And
I just got a thought. I'm going to ruin Dracula for some people.
Okay.
So if you look Dracula's profile, he goes around graping people and sex trafficking. He makes up vampires and go to work for him in different countries. He keeps spreading it.
That's true, because with homegirl,
the women,
he's a predator.
And you're
Dracula, ultimate Diddy.
Yeah.
You know what though? Here's my thing.
Malibu Pete or whatever.
Speaking of
his castle's on Epstein Island.
No.
I
can put him on that island.
Mina's homegirl, right? The one who was in the insane asylum with the husband. Now, if you were the husband and she showed up at home and she's all aggressive like that, would you think that something is up, or would you roll with it? Because me personally, I was watching it, I'm like, you know what? I would probably roll with it. Cause I'm like,
I would too.
I haven't gotten any in a long time.
Actually,
about it. Let's see what
I would believe it. She was all dressed up and everything. I believe you. They let you out.
Yep. I was waiting for this.
Exactly. I was looking for you, girl.
Yep.
That would be fucked up when she went to him and she's like, honey, I'm home, basically, and kills him.
Yeah.
Like she snapped. It's crazy.
Maybe she really loved him.
I feel like she did love him because, like, she.
Yeah, she did.
Because I think if she was like a pure predator, she would have ate him. But she was trying to give him a good time before she killed him. She was trying to at least, have him go out on a high note. I would have been pissed. Because didn't Van Helsing cut her head off? I would have been pissed at him. I would have been like, what the fuck you doing?
Or at least wait until tomorrow, man. Damn.
Exactly. You know how close I was?
Yep.
It's been 90 days.
It's been 90 days.
It's been 90 days, Van Helsing.
Because you can't get in. I mean, you got to cock block the rest of them.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucker.
Or you could have been like, yeah, I knew she was a vampire. She told me on date one. I was like, that was weird, but I still rolled with it.
Overall, though, I did really enjoy this film. I did really enjoy this movie.
You know what? I'm gonna give it like I'm gonna bump it up a 1.5. 2 points, fuck it, 4. Because I remember stuff that I liked. So
it's on the romanticized part of the pros for me. Like, I like that they kind of had him going through time and stuff like that and living through different ages. Like, I like digging back and looking at old shit. There's an old myth of like this guy called the Count of Saint Germain, and that immediately came to mind when they showed all of that. I was like, dude, that's kind of cool, right? And then just the other day, me and my lady were talking, whatever, right? And I was like, you know what's crazy, man? Like, all the things, we were thinking about things back in history and stuff like that. And I was thinking about like the Crusades and stuff. It's like, damn, shit like that's fucked up because you're doing all that under the name of, and then like after the fact, you feel really bad. You got PTSD, all this shit, and then you're really hoping that when the gates come, you really are allowed in, because by the time you're thinking about all this through the rest of your existence, you're like, shit, was I really the bad guy? Like, did I really kill when I wasn't supposed to kill? And then this played into that with him being mad at the priest about, but I worked for you, I did all this for you, so why can't I have the one thing I want? You know what I mean? It just played into that whole conversation that me and my lady were having about, like, damn, man, what happens when people try to do things and they think they're the good guys and then they realize, fuck, what the fuck happened?
You know, Chris, I actually want to play into that because that's actually had a funny thought. Yeah, that's funny. You go to the gates and God's just like, I ain't tell you to do that shit.
Yeah, what you doing, motherfucker?
I ain't tell you to do that.
You read the commandments, shall not kill.
Like, thou shalt not kill means anyone at all. That doesn't mean you can go to war with another country. That means do not kill.
Exactly. He's like, I just want to go to smoke out and chill down there.
When you go be friends, help each other out. Have some bread and wine.
But no, I was gonna say too. Oh shit! I had something right there and I forgot. Shit. Good movie. Yes, I bumped it back. You know, I'm gonna bump it back up to a 7 because of what Gamer was just saying, and like how, like you were saying with the battle of good and evil, or the battle like I'm doing this for the good of whatever it may be, or whether it's for God or for your country, or whatever it may be, and then you find out later on in life, or for Dracula's case, 400 years down the road, like. Yeah, that's wrong. Like, this isn't. No, it's more about trying to bring people together. I know they didn't say it, but it's more about, peace, together.
Well, yeah, but then he was cursed, right, to not be able to die now because he was mad at God.
I was going to bring that up.
To happen. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck, man.
I feel like the curse is more so of like your purpose now is to maybe try to find him again, find God again too, and then just like find that good back in your heart. Mm-hmm. It's just like these motherfuckers take 400 motherfucking years. This motherfucker still didn't figure it out. Like,
but he straight up killed a priest though. Like
he did.
I mean, and look, the priest was just doing his job. Like, in my opinion, I was kind of on the priest side. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck?
Oh, he was a 1,000,000% doing his job.
Doing my job. You gonna kill me?
You also have to think of this. Not only did he just see his woman, taken out in front of him, but he's just literally just left a war. So it's like his mind is all fucked up. His adrenaline is through the roof. His emotions are all over the place. And back then, dudes are just now going to therapy. You think they're going to therapy in the 1800s? That was his therapy, was taking out the priest.
Yep. They just kill someone just to get relaxed.
No, but like all joking aside, like I'm not even trying to be funny about it, but if you really think about it, like just now within the past, let's say maybe 30 years, 40 years, maybe let's say 50 years even, where men started going to like taking that stuff more serious, going to therapy, and you hear about it more now because of social media and shit.
I said the last 20 years.
What are you talking about? I was like, didn't that start in 2000?
Yeah, I would say
it was more. I feel like I'm not saying like as a whole, but as a small minority, it grew and grew and grew, and then maybe within the last 20 to 25 years, yes, and then even more from the past 10, let's say.
Yeah, because it started off with mostly women, because men don't like sharing their feelings.
For the longest time, especially in the Black community, how we handled our trauma is we went to the barbershop or we watched the movie Barbershop. That's how we processed our pain before we had to go into therapy.
Yeah, you process them in some not uncomfortable. What was the word I'm looking for? Unhealthy ways. I'll say that. holding it in could be one of them. And then you just act out and do something stupid one day. Why did you do that? I don't know, man. I just felt like it.
I would say it wasn't until like 20 years ago when man was just like, you know what? We fucked up. Let's go to therapy, guys. It's okay for men to go to therapy. Like 20 years ago, that's when they said
crying all this other shit. Show your emotions. Like, oh, this makes more sense. I'm a lot less angry now. All right, just talk about shit. I get it. That's what Dracula needed to do. Just sit down and talk to somebody about something.
Exactly. That's all Dracula needed to do. Get some better help.
That's all you need.
Hang on.
Someone listening to a story.
Hang on, Johnny. Now don't mention them until they start paying.
So start paying.
None of that.
Mention who?
You should go check out your mental health, and you could find out some places by going, looking them up online. No, but seriously though,
I find help to get better if you search online on Google.
Not a sponsor. BetterHelp.
Not a sponsor. Yeah, not a sponsor yet. We gotta.
That's like not a sponsor, but not a sponsor, but definitely can be.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Sign me up. I'll let everybody know if it works.
I would too. Shit, I would too.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
I'm going to see how many of these psychiatrists I can send to the nut house.
To get our sponsorship, we'd be like, better help save my marriage.
I'm going to see how many of them I can need. I can make better help.
If for something like that, though, all joking aside, for something like that, like if I were to ever get an ad for either show, I would want to actually, it would want to be something that I would want to, it would want to be something that I would actually want to try out myself. And then try it myself and promote and believe in it. Like, I don't want to do something just because they're throwing money at me or throwing whatever at me or even let me try the product for free.
Depends on the price.
It's a really good service.
Because I want to be like, for something like that, like as far as I am with my honesty about movies and stuff that means that much to me, I want to be honest about.
Ford. I love Mustangs, and I'll talk about them all day on every stream. Send me one.
See? Because he loves Mustangs, and that's what I was getting at. Like, I think something I actually believe in.
Just
I can't go by that role.
Just sing like a rock.
Because I don't have, like, I don't have. I know who I am. Mm-hmm. I'm manly and all that stuff. I'm a man. I know I am.
Okay,
but the fucking I don't care. Just for even if it's just to make people laugh. Like they go depends. I'm like, yeah, they work. I'm wearing them right now. I took 2 shits.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to actually say product
integrity. I get you saying, cuz integrity.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Because I look at things. Because I look at it like this, though. I look at it like if I'm going out there to buy a product, and it's because like I'm watching a trusted source that a trusted podcast or whatever, and they're just like, "Oh, you should go try this product out." Blah 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 blah. Because blah blah blah, and then you find out they're just doing it just to make money. I'm like, Then it kind of turns me off the whole thing.
If that fucking what is it, Manscaped,
which is fucking amazing.
Promote me. I will take a video of me using the product.
No. They don't want the video of it.
You don't need to do that.
You have to talk about it.
You don't need to do that. But
you just have to talk about it because that's a legit one. That's a legit one. I would Manscaped. Holla at your boy. So, shit like that. But. We have a couple more things to do before we wrap up. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about this movie before we do move on to weekly rentals?
I'm going to stay with my 6.5. I like it. I'm strict with ratings. My 6.5 might be a 7.5 for people.
So you're going to move it back? You want me to move it back up to a 6.5 because you moved down to a 6?
Yeah, move to a 6.
Oh, I did. No, never mind. Keep it at 6.
I'm at 4 though. I moved up to a 4.
That's good. That's nice.
So I moved back up to a 7.
We started getting the positives to you. You're just focusing on the negatives.
Yeah,
and that's you know what? That's
still
not going to shoot out.
It's still a substantial part of the movie, man.
No, there is. But the acting was good. I like the acting.
The acting was great. The cinematography was great. The sound was great. Like everything else about it.
Gargoyle friends.
The gargoyle.
Yeah, what the hell is that? I was like, is this Wizard of Oz? Got the flying fucking.
Those are the 3D models for the flying monkeys, and they couldn't afford to finish them, so they only used them at stage 2 instead of stage 4.
And you're doing like wrestling moves, Joe. He did fucking 619.
Them motherfucker
did. He did.
That's just
he did the Hurricanrana. He motherfucker swung up and just flipped them.
When the first one moved, cuz man, that shit like That threw me off. I was like, what am I watching? What the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck happened?
No one told me
I didn't like how they didn't explain how he got his powers, though. I understand he cursed because he disowned God. So he's saying God punished him by letting him live forever. They didn't say God's going to let him kill people to turn them into vampires and fucking.
Now, were the gargoyles those kids that got out?
Yeah, they're the kids at the end came out. Yeah, he turned the kid. That's see? Wow. He's also a pedophile.
No, he didn't. He
didn't touch him. He just kidnapped him.
They were almost naked. They had a loincloth like Tarzan.
They got turned into gargoyle men.
They got turned into stone. He was only after one person.
Yeah,
his love.
Yeah, his love. We established that he ain't falling.
Oh, so he was Michael Jackson.
Smashed.
He just came over to hang out. Well, I didn't touch him.
He ain't even fall in love with any of the girls that tossed his salad. He was in love with that one woman.
The gargoyles, once you found out, like when, like you were just saying, how they turn into the kids and the kids are like leaving at the end or whatever, that explains why they're acting the way they were acting, where they're kind of jumping around, wrestling around, and being silly for most of it. Yeah, that explains a lot of it because they were kids. Because before that change, you didn't know. Because I'm just like, why are they acting like it's a little silly. It's a little too silly for the movie, for the way the story's going, for the tone of the film. And I almost feel like you could do without
the gargoyles.
Yeah,
you could definitely do without the gargoyles. I feel like that would have made this movie a little bit better for me.
And he just have like the other Dracula movies and shit, where he has like those 3 women vampires.
Yeah, because most of them are his wives. Most of the adaptations, it's his wives, not gargoyles.
And this one, he only has the one love, one true. Yeah, so I get that. But he could have other type of vampire minions for him to kind of take care of that stuff. You know what I mean? To kind of help out.
I mean, he could have turned a few of his favorites over the years that he was smashing. I mean, he was kind of a dick about that.
Keep him around for a while.
Exactly.
Well, no, he did. Well, no, he did say he had a bunch of them searching for her because the one redhead chick was one of his.
By those guys too. He was just biting people and letting them go and look for her.
Yeah. So he did have them. He just didn't have them around. He had them all over the world, just not where he was.
That's the sex trafficking going.
What's the protocol?
He's not having sex with them though. He's just trying to find his woman.
No, he's in charge of the sex tracking ring.
Because one of them, like I said earlier, I think she actually liked her husband, who she was about to give it
to.
She
did. Yeah,
so I think she actually liked him.
Yeah, she did.
So they also had a vampire falling in love with a human story in there too.
I don't know how I feel about that. If I'm Dracula, I'm like, you supposed to be working for me. You out here falling in love and shit.
Yeah, I know. Like who said you fuck you be with him? What's going on?
He don't care about all that. He don't want them. He just wants the one chick. He don't care. He's like,
by the way, in that time, I don't think they can run through castles and everything like that, because I think they probably would have chopped their heads off. Like, stop running, bitch, because they fucking treat women as like wrenches.
Oh, back in the 1800s.
Wenches?
This took place in the late 1800s. Women started to get the power to vote and shit in the 1800s. Yeah, no, they were getting treated like humans towards the end.
Wait, in the 1800s, they weren't voting then.
1899, they were fighting for the right to vote and shit like that. So,
So here's the difference. This is in another country, medieval, not.
It's still 1899.
1890s.
They had stagecoaches and shit.
True.
I had to double check though, because like when Christoph Waltz was visiting the hospital and I saw the guy in a suit, I was like, okay, what time? Because we were in the past. And I'm like, they had suits in the 1400s?
Yeah, I know. I was confused too. I was like, what's going on here?
Jumping all over. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with my. I bumped it back up to a 7. I'm gonna stick with my 7. You guys said you're all good with your scores. Gamer, you're good with your score with the 6.
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's jump on into weekly rentals and Gamer, kicking it off with you, good sir.
What up? All right, y'all. Transcendent. Starting off, this is a really good movie. This is Johnny Depp and Morgan Freeman. I always forget who was the lady who was there on the cover.
Rebecca Hall. She was
there.
In Iron Man 3.
I always forget her name. This movie is super dope. It deals with the realm of AI, especially with everything that's going on right now. I suggest everybody kind of take a look at it, because there's certain aspects of this movie which, if you keep track of technology and things that are happening, they kind of touch base already on some of this stuff. So yeah, go check it out. It's kind of a thing where there's a scientist who is Johnny Depp. He creates an AI model. His whole goal is to help humanity. He becomes sick and he figured out a way to basically model the AI and upload his mind into the AI so that all of his experiments and all of his things can keep going and keep developing. And then that's where the movie kind of takes a twist, which I'm sure you kind of think of where it might go, but you might want to go check it out because there are some good twists and turns in it. Definitely worth the watch. Definitely worth the late fees. I gave this one a 9.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's also directed by Christopher Nolan, cinematographer.
Which, there you go. No wonder. And then RoboCop from 2014?
Yep.
It was okay. I liked it back then, just not as much, and it's still okay. It's fair. If you're a fan of RoboCop, period, if this is your first introduction to RoboCop, this may be the only thing you know. This may be the greatest thing to you in the world, and I can understand why. But I come from a time where I had the originals. I know what RoboCop was, what it became, how it lived on, all the different ways and forms of media that it continued to go on in, like video games and comics.
The brutal murder scene in the beginning.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Cartoons, but so as a movie, it is fair. If I'm giving it an unbiased opinion as a movie, I'm going to give it the fair 6.5. I'm not too mad of it. If I'm giving it the biased opinion, I'm probably going to be closer to about a 5. Just because I love the original 1, 2, and 3, and most people hate 3, and 3 is my favorite. Whoa, I love the samurai ninja. I like the backpack with the flying. I love them being underground and the resistance. But yeah, if you just got into RoboCop 2014, you may enjoy it, especially if you like action films. Check it out. Not worth the late fees for me, but again, as I said, as a unbiased reviewer, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. And then going on the third one, The Program. Now, both of these last two, The Program and The Phenomenon, these are both gonna be good watches for anybody who likes weird shit. What do I mean by weird shit? Aliens or conspiracies or government type deals. Watch them both. Worth the watches. If you're into things late night, you can't sleep, put them on. Spend 2 hours and be like, wait, what? Wait, huh? No, there's no. And have some fun. There's some very interesting points on there. There are things that bring to light using actual fact. So yeah, go check those out and enjoy some weird shit and maybe learning some new stuff about stuff that maybe you didn't know was going on ever because we're too busy cashing our paychecks, driving our Hondas.
All right.
And our Teslas.
Fuck Tesla.
Both of those, as far as like documentary type films or whatnot, I give a solid 8 all across on both of those.
Nice.
Worth the late fees?
I mean, if you're me, yeah, because I'm weird.
You get to learn some shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to watch them again probably in a few days. You know what I mean? Just so I like going back to shit like this and picking up little things here and there.
What streaming service are those on? So
I want to say they were both on Pluto and YouTube.
Bet.
Nice. And Johnny, it's your turn, good sir.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna start with Django Unchained because it's related to this movie. I got to watching this movie. I really just wanted to watch Christoph Waltz again in one of my favorite movies. Also, is following a big announcement this weekend where they announced they're doing a sequel to this movie with Zorro. It's gonna be
that's wild. I thought it was fake. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about with Zorro?
Exactly. This shit is gonna be wild. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's one of like Jamie Foxx's best performances, one of his most iconic characters put to the screen. This is definitely worth the late fees. I know y'all do numbers, so I'll definitely go with 10 out of 10 for me. I love this movie.
It's a good one.
So yeah, that's Django Unchained. Any Given Sunday, we did this for my pod yesterday. Please check it out. Al Pacino just ended. Very iconic movie. Another movie starring Jamie Foxx, one of his like earlier dramatic performances. He was really good. It's definitely a Hall of Fame performance for me. If you like the NFL and like the inner workings of the NFL, this is definitely a movie that you should see. It's a classic. This is another movie I would probably give a 9 out of 10. I love it.
Okay.
Good
worth the late fees as well.
Nice.
This is also worth the late fees. I'm just gonna bury the lead here. Heat. I grew up when Heat came out in '95. This is my mom's favorite movie. I was in her household, so guess what? We watched a lot. We watched a lot of Heat. We quote the movie to each other. One of the most iconic scenes put into cinema was the diner scene between Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. I believe this is the first time that they actually shared a scene together. They've been in movies together before, but they never actually shared dialogue together. One of the great scripts written from Michael Mann. They're actually doing a sequel to that too, coming out next year, where we have Christian Bale and Leonardo DiCaprio playing Pacino and De Niro roles, because it's also a prequel. Like if you see Heat and the way it ended, you're like, hey, how are they going to do a sequel? It's a prequel actually. So you have De Niro and Pacino's character played by DiCaprio and Christian Bale as them as younger men. Movie's a classic. It's amazing. I'm glad that they waited 31 years to do a sequel. And this is, like I said earlier, worth the late fees. This is a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
9.5 out of 10. Yep, there you go.
And then I'm gonna bury the lead with this one. Also worth the late fees. Atlanta. Atlanta is one of the best TV shows in the last 20 years, I would say. Atlanta, when Donald Glover created the show, he said he wanted to make Twin Peaks for rappers. This show is definitely Twin Peaks for rappers. It's surreal. It's funny. It's irreverent. It's poignant at times. The second season is actually my favorite season. It's Robin season. Robin season is about taking the L's before you go on your come up. And like I said, it's a really, really good show. It's one of the best shows in the last 20 years. Look, hey, all my stuff, 9s or 10s. This is a 10. This series is a 10. Nice. I implore you to watch it on Hulu. If you like physical media, go to your local store and buy it. Amazing series. Worth the late fees. 10 out of 10. Atlanta.
Nice. All right, so it's my turn. I'm gonna kick it off with Death by Temptation. Yes, I said Death by Temptation.
Did we review that?
No, Mick did though for last year for Does It Suck? And it does not suck. It's actually a pretty fun movie. And it surprised the hell out of me. It was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Was it the greatest? No, I'd probably give it maybe a 6.5, maybe a 7. But basically it's about a succubus who tries to lure in black men. She's a black succubus in New York City, and the 3 that stand in her way is an aspiring actor, a cop who specializes in demon hunting and like supernatural stuff, and a priest in training. A minister in training. It's one of those ones where it's horror comedy-ish, but it's not a horror comedy. Like it's funny though. It has its funny moments, and it works. It's a good freaking time. The visuals aren't, the cinematography is not the best. Yes, it's from the 90s. And yes, it's a little grainy, but I will say when they use the red light in this film, I think they use it very, very well. When they use it a lot on the succubus's eyes, like when she's like sitting up and looking, and they use it in a room later on, and it's a good time. It's a good time. I think you should go check it out. I believe it is on Tubi, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm glad I watched it.
I'm glad Samuel Jackson too.
Yes, a young Samuel Jackson who plays what the hell? He plays a pastor, I believe. He plays a pastor in this. You don't see him a lot, but you do see him in this. This may end up on the wheel in June.
Nice.
I think it's going to end up on the wheel in June because it is interesting enough and it is good enough. I had a good time with this. I had a really good time with this, and it is worth the rental. I don't know if it's worth the late fees for me, but it is definitely worth the rental. And it's definitely worth like keeping for the whole time of the rental. So maybe you pop it in and watch it another time. But yeah, Death by Temptation. Check it out. And another film, May. Another interesting film, another entertaining film. So with this one, she's a socially awkward girl. She ends up being a veterinary assistant. I'm telling you that for a reason. But it's a body horror film. It's a slasher, tragedy, drama, psychological drama, body horror. It's all kinds of shit. But so she has a lazy eye, right? I'm telling you this for a reason. So her mother says something about it when she's a kid, makes her has her wear a patch, and says, "Keep this patch on your eye if you want to make friends." And there's a part where she goes to school and she's like out on the playground. One of these kids is like, "Hey, are you a pirate?" She's like, "No." So all the kids just leave her there. I'm like, that's fucked up. But anyway, her mother, she goes back home and her mother gives us this doll, and it's in like a shadow box. And she's like, if you can't make friends, sometimes you have to make your own friends. And she's like, I made this when I was a child. You can have this now. And so she keeps this doll, it shows her like later on in her adulthood. She keeps this doll. She has this doll around, and she's still really, really, really socially awkward. Like there's a part in the movie, right, where this guy's he's at like a table, at like a park or something, kind of chilling, and he's like he was like studying, reading a book, and he kind of dozing off, and his hands were like this. And she goes up to him and starts like touching his hand, rubbing on his hand. Then she starts like rubbing his face and rubbing her face in his hand. And he wakes up and looks at her like, what's going on or whatever. They end up messing around, dating. They end up hitting that and all that stuff. And but here's the crazy part though, is like he breaks it off with her because there's a part where they're having sex with her, I think. And she bites him and he's bleeding. She's like licking the blood and stuff. And she's just like, no, he's just like, I can't do it anymore. Well, he pretty much just, not even like that though. He leaves or whatever. It's awkward. He doesn't want to talk to her. And then she goes to his house one day and there's another chick over there. So she kind of hears it from the outside because she's socially awkward. So like the first time she hangs out with him, second time she hangs out with him, but really quick, she's staying outside of his door for like 3 hours. It doesn't knock her anything. He just opens the door and she's there.
Oh, fuck.
And he was like, how long have you been here? And she's like, since 2. But
so is this like a Sybil movie or is it like a slasher?
No. So later on, it builds up. So and I was, as I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, so when is the crazy stuff going to start happening? But as far as the violence, not the stuff with her, but I like how it builds up the movie to where you kind of understand why you kind of see why she takes the route she does. Not necessarily understand it, but you kind of see why she takes the route she does because she's so out there. She's so awkward, so socially awkward, and she doesn't really know how to cope. Mm-hmm. So, like, another thing she likes to do is she'll, like, cut her thumbs a little bit. Again, she's a vet, so she, the little scalpels they use. She'll, like, cut her thumbs a little bit, like, at the ends of them, and, like, lick them, the blood and stuff. She's real out there. But she ends up using her skills to go after the people that she feels harmed her and make herself her own friend. And honestly, I've been thinking about this. I've been mulling this over all day. I'm going to give this an 8. I think it is worth the late fees.
Nice.
It's a good movie. Like, give it a shot. It's over. This one I know is on Tubi. Give it a shot. It's a good movie. It starts off kind of slow, but give it some time. Give it some time and really pay attention to the story. Really try your best to pay attention to the story. Because, again, it feels a little slow at times. It does feel slow. And then with her character, too, like, I feel like she acted her ass off, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Angela Bettis, she acted her ass off because she has to act like this socially awkward chick. And she plays it off so well to the point where she flips the switch and it's like that psycho feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. So yeah, I give this an 8 and it's worth the late fees. And last and definitely not motherfucking least, Snakes on a motherfucking Plane.
I seen you put this poster and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like,
listen,
okay.
Classic.
This is a first time watch for me.
Yo, that song used to be a hit.
This is worth the late fees. I had so much fun with this fucking movie. It was worth the late fees. I love Samuel L. Jackson in movies, man. Especially when Samuel L. Jackson could be the character he plays in this, or just like that. You know what I mean? I know he plays a very similar character across the board. I know he could act. I'm not saying he can't act, but as far as when he plays these type of roles, you know what I mean? And it's so fucking fun. It is so fucking fun. It's a turn your brain off type of movie. It's a ridiculous movie. You get this movie, you throw it on, you have a good time. Yes, you could say it's a background movie, but I say if you have not seen it or haven't seen it in a while, get some friends, maybe have a little green if you do that, maybe have a little drink if you do that. If you don't do either, just sit down and watch the movie and have a good time. But this is definitely worth the late fees.
Did you have
definitely worth the watch?
Did you watch the regular edit or the TV edit when he said the iconic line?
The iconic line? Oh, about the snake and motherfucking plane?
Yeah, I was, because which edit did you have when he said enough's enough? I've had it.
Oh my gosh.
You had the regular edit when he said the motherfucking snakes?
And you know, I don't remember now because I know, and the only reason I don't remember why I mixed it up because I remember what made me watch this is because I watched that very clip. And I was like, fuck it, I gotta watch this movie. But so that stuck in my head. So I honestly do not remember, which is frustrating the hell out of me. Mm-hmm. Either way, you need that line. That line does help. But it's ingrained in my brain. But is it a good movie? Fuck no. As a movie, I'll give it maybe like a 4 or a 5, maybe even a 3. But as a good time, and this is why it's worth a weekly rental, worth a late fee because it's a really good time. Because this is the type of movie right here. As say like if we're all 13, 14, 10 years old and we get this movie is a 10. This movie is immaculate. This movie is a great time. This movie is a fun, funny time. I'm not saying it's not a fun, funny time now, but we're going to enjoy it more because we're seeing all this shit happening as kids. As an adult, the movie's not good. As a kid, this is a good movie. As a kid, this is a great movie and a great fucking time. As an adult, this is a great fucking time. And that's why it's worth the late fees for me because I feel like even us watching this as a watch party type of film, we'd have a great fucking time with this movie. So yeah, shit. This was a fun time. And I want to say this. For the past few weeks, I've been watching some shit that I'm just like, fuck, man. For the most part. I'm so happy I watched these 3 movies this week. I'm really happy I watched these 3 movies this week. And honestly, just because of Samuel L. Jackson, Snakes Out of Play might be going on that June wheel. Just because of Samuel L. Jackson. But we'll see. We will see. But now let's see what movie we'll be slicing and dicing next Thursday.
Because watch the TV edit though, because TV edit is great. He's like, I had enough of these monkey fighting snakes on Monday. Friday.
Okay, no. I didn't get that bullshit. I didn't get that. But what I will say about TV edits are hilarious though, yo. One of my favorite TV edits. I don't remember what the hell I was watching. I believe it was on BET though. Said a motherfucker. I don't know, motherfucker. It was Mickey Ficky. I'm just like, yo.
See, I heard melon farmer. They say melon farmer.
Melon farmer.
Yeah.
That sounds a little racist. I like Mickey Ficky better.
Yeah, Mickey Ficky, yeah.
Mickey Ficky. Even though Melon Farmer has to be hilarious. I've never seen that, but imagine seeing that Friday. Melon Farmer.
Melon Farmer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Shit. Oh, no, that's a good one. Okay.
Is that Nosferatu?
Oh, y'all got Nosferatu.
Oh, nice. Another vampire next week.
The real Dracula. The universe wants us to see it what it's really supposed to be.
Nosferatu. This is the one from 2024 or 2025. I'm not 100% sure which. I believe 24.
Yeah, it recently came out. Yeah,
Johnny Depp's daughter. She's actually really good in it. It's honestly what this movie tried to be when you watch it. It's what this movie tried to be.
Okay, interesting. I've never seen it, so I'm, and this was one like I was like, all right, I want to see this when it comes out. I didn't see it when it came out. I'm gonna see it next week, so that's cool. That is cool. And what's cool is honestly, I just added that movie like right before the show started, or right during either right before it started or like during the show. I was just like, you know what? Because we're talking vampires. Like, let me throw this one on here real quick. So boom. So I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that actually. But shit. That is our show tonight. 30 slashers. And I had a good time. Really quick, I just want to say, I'm going to let you guys know what we're doing this Saturday on Popcorn and Pints. We are, as you guys know, we are diving through Batman versus Superman. The Colonels are kicking it off. We kicked it off 2 weeks ago, so we're in week 3 now. And it is Superman 2 and Batman Returns, which, if you watch Popcorn and Pints, I probably said it over here as well. I love Batman Returns. I love Batman 89. I love Batman Returns. My favorites by far, hands down. But it's still, I'm having a great time on this journey. I will say that. I'm having a really fun freaking time on this journey, starting with Superman 51, Batman 66, onto these films coming up this weekend.
Superman 2, are you doing the director's cut or the original one? Because I know everybody says the director's cut is actually superior to the original one. That's the only reason I'm asking the Donner cut.
I'm going to be honest. I have no idea. I'm going to be using Max, so whatever Max has.
Okay, yeah.
I hope they have the director's
cut. The director's cut is actually available. It's actually available on Max.
Okay. I'm not opposed to watching the director's cut, but I gotta see what everybody else watched too, because I think Stories from a Bar already started watching the movies. So either. I mean, I guess I don't have to either. Maybe I watch the director's cut just to have a conversation.
It's good to have a comparison, because like that one is. I don't want to give my opinion on it, but I think it's a better version.
Okay.
Of that movie.
Okay. Nice. But yeah, so we'll be doing that this Saturday. But I also want to say, make sure you guys check out Fade Theory. He drops music every Monday and Friday, which we're gonna have. Eventually, we're gonna have a slide that gives you guys all this information. Check out Johnny. He goes live every Wednesday at 8:00 Eastern time. So make sure you check him out. Check out his channel, Johnny Loves Movies. Worst damn gamer ever. Motherfucking Fortnite Fridays. Tune in for that. Fridays, he's live, he's loud, he's proud. His Motivational Mondays. And then he also has random ass streams too. So you just got to pay attention to him. He's Puerto Rican. They move around all over. Mm-hmm. There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. And then, of course, every Thursday, come back here. Horror Research 30, 8:00 Eastern time. Next week, Nosferatu. Still in the vampires. I'm assuming maybe I haven't seen Nosferatu though. I've seen the original silent one. I didn't like it, but I'm not a big fan of silent films. Let's see how this one goes. But we got back-to-back vampires this week. Is it going to be a trifecta of love? We'll find out next week. But with that being said, I'll see